What is up, my peoples? Here we go. K-Mac back here with the Blitzburg Coverage Podcast, back here for another episode. Welcoming y'all to a fine Thursday as we have some football tonight. Seahawks, Cowboys. A nice preview episode here we got for y'all as we dive in and catch y'all up with this week, injuries, all that good stuff, and kind of just talk about where we are at this point in the season as we enter the final month of the year. Today is November 30th, last day of November, as tomorrow starts December. And December, as we know, is where playoff teams, let their case be known, and teams that won't be in the playoffs will be kicked out. As there are 7 seeds in both conferences, and right now we reside as the 5th seed for the time being, which it looks like to me it's going to be either we get the 2nd or 1st seed, maybe the 3rd, or we get the 5th seed because the Ravens might just win the fuck out for all we know. But I am your host, K-Mac. Wow. Coming at y'all from a Thursday. Usually I wait till Friday to do these things, but your boy may be traveling for a little trip this weekend. So we need to get this in and talk about what's been cracking and talk about where we are at this point in the season, as we are 7-4, second place in the AFC North. And let's dive in, man. So obviously we come off of a much needed bounce back victory. Offense looked alive, though the points don't say it, but the play on the field says otherwise. So let's talk about who we're playing, man. Arizona Cardinals, a 2-win team. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with not having Kyler Murray for most of the season because of the injury he suffered late last year against the New England Patriots, a torn ACL. And honestly, since he's been back, he's looked okay. I mean, I got him in fantasy. I know numbers can kind of be a little misleading, but it looks like he's played all right. He looks like he's back to himself. So we got a full 100% Kyler Murray coming in with former alumni James Conner out of Pitt. Obviously, he was with us for quite some time. I mean, we drafted him, 2017? Yeah, with that Juju class and TJ class, that draft class in 2017. He's also kind of had some injury problems in Arizona, but when we look at the Cardinals, I mean, they just got waxed by the Los Angeles Rams. A lot of that was because Kyren Williams, the Rams starting running back, just came back. So, you look at Arizona, they're a 2-win team. Not very good. They've hung around some games. Notable wins, I guess, would be the Cowboys, and I don't even remember who the heck they beat for their second team. I have no clue. Because they choked against the Giants in week 2. I have no clue then. No clue. But as we look into this game, this is the ultimate trap game because we've seen it before with Mike Tomlin. I'm not gonna praise him. I'm not gonna belittle him. I'm just speaking from facts. There have been many games where we should win, but we don't win, or we win by the skin of our teeth. I'm thinking this is going to be a game where we win probably within 1 score. I mean, that's how all of our victories have been this season. And that's how a lot of our victories have been since the turn of the decade. Since 2020, we really don't knock anyone out. We don't really... I mean, there were some games in that 2020 year, but really since Canada's been there, no wins really with double-digit margin of victory. So Canada's gone, as we know, one of the best Tuesdays of my life, probably top 6 Tuesday. Arizona defensively also really isn't that good. I mean, I guess Budda Baker, trying to think of some other players, but I mean, I got nothing, man. This is a game we need to win in order to keep up with the rest of the AFC because this thing is a fucking dogfight. I mean, as far as getting into that final couple of spots. It's all within a game of each other. We also need to watch out because we have head-to-head losses with the Jaguars and the Texans, who are right there with us. Obviously, a lot of that remains to be played over the next month. If we just do our part, we'll be in this thing. But let's not look too far ahead. Let's just talk about this week. As far as injuries, injury report today showed Minkah was full. First time we've seen that in a while, so he's been a full participant leading back to yesterday and today. Montravius Adams has also been a full participant, so that's big time. Obviously, we know what Minkah brings. I mean, we're talking about one of the best safeties in the game and the leader in our secondary, no question. Montravius Adams, more of a defensive line depth piece. He'll be a nice rotational player to get back in there to give Keanu Benton some snaps, some breaks, and give our D-line just a little bit of a break. So that's where we are with that. Deontay also went home with the illness today. Hopefully should be back Sunday, but, we'll see. That would not be good to see him go down for a illness, but we'll see, We'll see what tomorrow and Saturday brings us injury report-wise, as tomorrow will be the final day for that. One thing I want to key in on is during the past 7 games, and I want to give Terrell Austin, the defense, and Mike Tomlin major kudos for this statistic I'm about to bring up. The past 7 games, since dating back to that Ravens game, we have held every opponent to 20 points or below that. And no other team has been able to do that. So when you consider the fact we've lost Cole Holcomb, Quan Alexander to season-ending injuries, we have had Minkah since that Jacksonville game. Cam Hayward was still working his way back. Didn't make his way back till Tennessee, and he's still making his way back. I don't think he's 100% healthy, but his effect on the field is just not talked about enough, especially against the run. I mean, since he's came back, nobody's really run it against us like that. I mean, you look back early in the season, we were getting ran all over. But the fact that 7 games straight we haven't allowed 20 points really just brings me reminiscent. Like, it makes me reminiscent of last season. You look from that Cincinnati Bengals game, the second one, till the season's end, we didn't allow 20 points. And that's the key thing. If, like I mentioned way before the season, if we just hold teams to below 20, I believe we can beat every team. And that, my point literally just resides. Like, I just know how this goes. Check my timeline, y'all. Like, literally, check out the timeline. Your boy's on point with most of this shit. And it's just crazy to me to think this defense has done that without even Minkah, Cam Hayward, and TJ Watt playing a quarter together. They've only gotten to play a few drives together. Now, if that doesn't scare the rest of this conference, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to get too high on my horses, but if this offense can be even manageable and score 20-ish plus points, I think we're a real dark horse in this thing. But major kudos to the defense. I mean, they are the biggest reason why we're in 7-4. And like I said, not having our 3 best defensive players on the field together, just wait. But let's talk about this game, how I think it's going to go. I'm expecting a 21-14, 21-16 type of game. I think we'll probably win by 1 score. Then the biggest keys to this game are going to be running the football, first off, doing what we've done the past month. Really, since the bye week have a great, efficient running game, whether it's Najee or Jaylen Warren. And I'm so sick of the debate with our fan base. Our fan base is so annoying. Some of you guys are just so toxic. There's no way I'm making any of y'all happy. There really isn't. They're both good backs. They both have different roles. They both have different skill sets and can be utilized differently. If Warren's not having a good day, Najee can pick up the load. See last week. If Najee's not doing well, we got Warren to pick up the slack. Either way, we got a good running game. Just take it for what it is. since Big Brother Jones, Broderick Jones is in there, we've had a running game, except for that Cleveland game. But now that Canada's gone, I expect things to be different a little bit this week, now that we actually have a week of game planning, not just midweek. So, wonder if there'll be any different wrinkles put in there. I still think Pickens needs to see the ball more. But if the running game's there, I'm not really mad at it. But for this game, I think just getting back to what we did last week. I mean, running the ball, maybe working some play action, utilize Muth in the middle. When you have one-on-one shots on the outside with Deontay or Pickens, I'd rather throw it to Pickens in a one-on-one situation if I need an aggressive or a body possession type of catch. Rather see go to Pickens, but Deontay is a good route runner. I don't need to speak down on his name because everybody's already done enough of that this week. I already made y'all well aware of how I felt after that fumble play. Completely ridiculous, unjustified, just pathetic effort, totally unprofessional, but he's owned up to it. Move on. Let's get on to the next game. We have a big game this Sunday against Arizona that we need to win in order to stay in this race. So, 7-4. I'm going to pick the Steelers here to win. 21-16 is my score. I think we probably score 3 touchdowns. Maybe 20-16 with a field goal or two there from Boz because he's been great this year. He only has 1 miss. I want to say, 1 miss, which was like that dang near 60-yarder against Jacksonville after an apparently offsides for whatever that's worth. If y'all remember that from way back in October, but we are here in December ball, and I think we get the job done. Defensively speaking, we need to watch out for Marquise Brown. They don't have Zach Ertz. Trey McBride is their big tight end. Really, for me, it's about keeping Kyler Murray in the pocket, making beat you with his arm, and this pass rush is going to do its thing. Just got to keep them backed up. No third and manageables. And get to Kyler, man. Don't let him extend the play. That's when he's at his best. Extending plays, throw on the move, and get outside of the pocket. So for me, defense, just stop the run, make them one-dimensional. Offensive line, do y'all's thing. Y'all been doing good. I would like to see Pickett throw a touchdown or 2 this week. I think that'd be phenomenal. Hopefully a 2 touchdown would be cool. Maybe a move touchdown, maybe a Pickens. Or maybe we'll just run the ball. I'm not sure, but let's just look back at that recipe we did last week and just replicate it again. And I think we will do that to an extent. I don't know if we'll get 400 yards again, but can we at least get 300 plus, 350-ish? Hopefully. And we'll see how the coordinators coordinate this week. Did pretty good last week. And, not a whole lot really to say about this game. It's kind of a weird game. It's out of conference. We don't really play Arizona, so not a whole lot of familiarity there. Everybody's pretty much healthy, honestly. Nobody really big outside of Minka and nobody else. Still curious as to why DeMarvin Leal hasn't played much this year, which is definitely interesting to think about considering he was supposed to have a bigger role, but it is what it is. Trent Thompson looks to be a solid player for us that has stepped up massively in the shoes of Minka, and KZ stepped up as well. So really think just couple weeks ago, man, just a lot of miscommunication, especially in that Green Bay game, and it looks like they've really settled down in that area. And just need to catch some interceptions that we showed last week, and would have been a way better game. But nonetheless, I have Pittsburgh winning this game 20-16. If you're a betting man, I'd probably pick Arizona to cover the spread just because we don't win big game. We don't win big. We win, but we don't win big. If you get what I mean. But nonetheless, points allowed. This defense is top 6 in the league, so we just don't allow points. We just don't allow points. We allow plays, but we make the plays when we need to, and that's why we are where we are. And we don't turn over the ball. That's also a huge factor. So, same formula for me. Let's do it this week, and let's get Arizona. Let's get out of Pittsburgh and get a win. Let's get to 8-4 and see how the rest of the league shakes out. And Baltimore's on a bye week. Cincinnati plays Monday night against Jacksonville. And Cleveland, they play the Rams. So, we'll see how the rest of the division goes. Got to keep our eye on that as well. But I will talk to y'all probably Monday or Sunday post-game as we recap what happens and what goes down this Sunday for a big showdown. It's a big game because we're in it. And that's all I got for today. I'm going to head out of here. Hope you all enjoyed the podcast. Little preview. How do you all feel about this Arizona game? You feeling good, bad, confident, optimistic, pessimistic? Let me know what y'all going to think. Prediction-wise, who y'all got. And give me some feedback on how I'm doing. You guys like the podcast? Yes or no? Please let me know, as feedback is highly appreciated. And ask me questions if you want. I'll answer anything, man. So your boy's out. Y'all have a good Thursday and enjoy the game tonight between Seattle and Dallas. Peace.